Hello, I'm Anthony White, your Fort Campbell Transition Service Specialist, and this is the TAP Experience. So if you've already begun the transition process and perhaps you've attended one of our financial planning for transition courses where they educate you about your money and ways that you can lower those debts while increasing your assets. But it's also summertime, which means it's vacation time. So how do we make wise financial decisions while enjoying the summer? We caught up with one of our former financial counselors, Miss Tracy Gordon, who just PCS with her family, but she wanted to stop by and give us some tips on how we can enjoy the summer while enjoying our pockets. Take a look.
Saving for the summer would be just like budgeting for anything else. I do recommend the first step would be to have a spend plan / budget to guide your finances throughout the year, so you're already planning your finances. Number 2, try to fund a vacation budget early during the year if you can. That way you're already setting some funds aside specifically for travel. Look for travel during the off-peak time. That way you can find plane tickets, hotel stays at a rate that is way less expensive. Another thing is to look for hotel stays during the week. Sunday through Thursday is usually when you can find hotel stays at a much cheaper rate. Weekends could be double, triple the price. Look for local events, local, inexpensive, or free events. And if you have reward points, try to use those for travel. If you do not already have a source that you have for reward points, then try to start looking for different sources. You do not, however, want to accumulate those reward points by spending additional money. So again, that should come from regular expenses that you have, and then you earn those additional points from those regular expenses. And last and most important, always ask for military discount. I don't care where you go, ask for a military discount, and that in and of itself can give you the biggest savings that you can have. Hopefully these tips will help you to not only enjoy the summer, but just to enjoy life and have your finances in order.
Thank you so much, Tracy, and don't forget to ask for those military discounts. We'll be right back. Real quick, what are you doing June 11th and 12th? I'm sorry?
I can't hear you!
Great. You must be in the building at our summer job fair. With industries and trades of all kinds, you'll be sure to find the right profession that will provide for you and your family. So don't tarry.
Don't wait!
Come on down to our summer job fair, held at Cole Park Commons. A future is calling that only you can answer. For our employer spotlight, we have Mr. Dustin Cofield. He works with the U.S. Border Patrol, and we wanted to get some information on the organization as you are making this transition. You might be interested. Check it out. Mr. Cofield with U.S. Border Patrol, how are you?
Doing well.
Thank you for joining us today. So give us a little information about the U.S. Border Patrol.
So the Border Patrol is one of the federal government's premier law enforcement agencies, which right now we're hiring for Border Patrol agents throughout our southwest border, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, California. While there, we do have opportunities to move all the way on any border from Washington State through Maine, coastal to include Florida.
Wow, awesome. And so, and that was my next question in terms of location. So for soldiers who are getting out of the Army, how much can they expect to be paid working with the U.S. Border Patrol?
So even at our lowest, that will come in at a GL5, but our military transitioning out has all started about a GL7. So even at its lowest, that starting pay will be about $62 their first year.
Wow.
That doesn't include any premium pays or cost of living adjustment like they're already used to, places like California. By year 4, they'll be making over $108,000 at a minimum. Again, not including any of those premium pays.
That's good. Wow, let me sign up for it. And so what MOS or experience would you be looking for from soldiers who are transitioning out of the Army?
We love everything that the military has done, and we believe that we can apply any experience that they have. So we're not actually targeting anybody specific, but we believe everybody has something to bring, and you'd be surprised at how much it can eventually help our agency as much as helping them. So,
all right, so what are the requirements?
Requirements, at a minimum, a year worth of work experience, which our military doesn't have to worry about because their time in counts for that. Obviously, we have our drug-free workplace program. I can go into depth with that at a later date with people. But really, that is it. We do have a max age of 40. However, a lot of our military that has come in can apply for a waiver if they meet certain criteria as well.
Awesome. And how can they get in touch with you?
Wow, without having that on, that one caught me a little bit off guard there. I am here at the Transition Assistance Program building pretty frequently here
On the
Fort
employer
Campbell.
days.
On the
Okay.
employer days, I even show up on sometimes on Monday. I can be reached at my email, which is dustin.j.kofelt@cbp.dhs.gov. I do leave my information out there on the table as well. Yeah, they can get onto cbp.gov/careers and contact a recruiter in case they have already ETS and moved to a new location.
Okay, awesome. Mr. Cofield, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
today.
you. Appreciate your
Awesome.
time.
Thank you. So, on our last show, we met with Teresa English to talk about the CSP event that was held right here at Cole Parks Commons. And if you missed it, you missed a great event. So, I wanted to share some highlights with you. Check it out. All right, guys, that's our show. I want to thank Tracy Gordon, Dustin Cofield, Teresa English, and the CSP team, and all of you for watching another episode of the TAPT Experience. Oh, remember, go early, go often.